Every dream, every vision, and every goal starts with one thing, a decision to move forward. The world isn't going to hand you what you want. And nobody's going to show up to do the work for you. It's on you to step up, push yourself, and make it happen. Excuses feel comfortable because they let you off the hook. They're like a warm blanket on a cold morning, but that comfort comes at a cost. Every time you lean on an excuse, you're handing over the power to change your life. You're saying this reason is stronger than my will to succeed. That mindset doesn't get you anywhere. If you want to see results, you've got to stop buying into your excuses and start demanding more from yourself. Excuses are tricky because they seem logical. I don't have the resources, or it's just not the right time sounds reasonable, but they're just dressed up fears. Fear of failing, fear of judgment, fear of hard work, it all hides behind those convenient excuses. If you want to move forward, you've got to strip those excuses down to what they are and refuse to let them control you. Think about this. Every excuse you make is a missed opportunity to push yourself. When you say, I can't, what you're saying is, I won't. That's a choice, and it's a choice you make every single time you let an excuse stop you. The truth is, the people who succeed aren't the ones with fewer challenges. They're the ones who refuse to let those challenges stop them. Nobody's going to remember the reasons why you didn't succeed. Nobody cares about your excuses. The only thing that matters is what you do despite them. The world rewards action, not reason. If you're tired, push through it. If you're broke, get resourceful. If you're scared, do it anyway. Every excuse is just a test to see how much you're willing to fight for your goals. You have to ask yourself, what am I willing to do? Are you willing to show up when it's hard? Are you willing to keep going when nobody's watching? That's what separates the doers from the dreamers. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's persistence. And persistence doesn't have room for excuses. If you want to succeed, you have to make a decision right now. Excuses are not an option. It's not about ignoring the challenges in your life. It's about refusing to let them stop you. The moment you take full responsibility for your actions, your life changes. Excuses lose their power, and you take yours back. Success isn't free, and it's not cheap. It demands a price, and that price is sacrifice. The truth is, most people aren't willing to pay for it. They want the results, but they don't want to give up their comfort, their time, or their habits. But here's the deal. You can't keep everything the same and expect your life to change. Growth requires letting go. Sacrifice means making choices that others won't make. It means skipping the Netflix binge to work on your side hustle. It means saying no to the party so you can stay focused on your goals. It means getting up early and staying late because you know that every extra minute of effort brings you closer to what you want. Sacrifice is the cost of ambition. A lot of people confuse sacrifice with suffering, but they're not the same. Sacrifice is temporary. It's a trade-off. You give up something small now to gain something big later. The problem is that most people focus on what they're losing instead of what they're gaining. They think I'm missing out, but they're not there investing in their future. Sacrifice also means being uncomfortable. You might lose sleep, miss out on fun, or face criticism from people who don't understand your vision. But let me tell you something. Those sacrifices are what set you apart. While others are staying comfortable, you're building the foundation for success. And when they see the results, they'll wish they had done the same. When you're making sacrifices, it's just to feel like you're alone. But you're not. Every successful person has walked this path. They've given up things they loved for the sake of things they wanted even more. That's the reality of success. It demands something from you. If it didn't, everybody would have it. Sacrificing doesn't mean giving up your happiness. It means choosing the happiness of long-term achievement over the quick fix of short-term pleasure. It means staying focused on what matters most. When you make that decision, Your sacrifices stop feeling like losses and start feeling like steps toward your dreams. You have to ask yourself, what am I willing to give up to get what I want? The answer to that question will determine how far you go. The bigger the dream, the bigger the sacrifice. It's not easy, but it's always worth it. Push yourself to make the hard choices and watch how they pay off. Your circumstances are not your destiny. They're just the starting line. Too many people get stuck thinking this is all I'll ever have or this is all I'll ever be. But that's a lie. Where you are right now doesn't determine where you can go. The only thing that determines that is how big you're willing to believe. Belief is powerful. It shapes your actions, your decisions, and your future. If you believe you're limited, you'll act limited. But if you believe in your potential, you'll act like someone who's destined for greatness. That belief is the key to unlocking everything you want in life. It's the foundation of success. Think about the people who've overcome incredible odds. They didn't let their circumstances define them. They believed bigger than their situation. They believed they could rise above even when everything around them said they couldn't. That belief gave them the strength to keep going when others would have quit. Believing bigger doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means refusing to let reality define you. It means looking at your challenges and saying, this is temporary. I'm capable of more. That mindset changes everything. It shifts your focus from what's holding you back to what's possible. And when you focus on what's possible, you start to see opportunities everywhere. Your circumstances might be tough. Maybe you're struggling financially. Maybe you face rejection, or maybe you feel stuck. But those circumstances are just a chapter in your story, not the whole book. You have the power to write the next chapter. The question is, what story do you want to tell? Believing bigger isn't easy. It takes courage. It takes faith. It takes pushing yourself to see beyond what's in front of you. But when you do, something amazing happens. You start to attract the resources, the people, and the opportunities you need to succeed. It all starts with the decision to believe. If you want to change your life, you have to believe bigger than your circumstances. You have to push yourself to dream bigger, work harder, and refuse to settle. Your circumstances don't define your future, your belief does. And the only limit to that belief is the one you set for yourself. Having good intentions is a start, but intentions alone don't create results. Everyone wants to be successful, fit, financially secure, or skilled at something, but wanting isn't enough. The world doesn't reward ideas, it rewards action. The difference between people who achieve and people who don't is simple. One group moves and the other stays still. Action is where progress begins. The thing about action is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Too many people wait until they have the perfect plan before they start, but perfection is a myth. If you're waiting for the ideal moment, you'll be stuck in the same place forever. It's better to start messy and figure it out as you go than to stay paralyzed by indecision. Every step you take teaches you something and brings you closer to your goal. Action requires courage. It's easy to stay in your comfort zone thinking about what you want and dreaming about how great it would be. But stepping out and doing something about it, that's where the magic happens. Every time you take action, you prove to yourself that you're capable. That builds confidence, and confidence fuels more action. It's a cycle that starts with a single step. Intentions often feel safe while action feels risky. When you act, there's a chance you might fail, but there's also a chance you might succeed. Without action, you'll never know. The pain of regret is far worse than the pain of failure. At least when you try, you gain experience and learn something valuable. Regret offers nothing but what ifs. Taking action also sets you apart. Most people talk about what they're going to do, but very few do it. The ones who take action become the ones others look up to. They're the ones who inspire, lead, and make a difference. If you want to stand out, you have to stop talking and start doing. Your results will speak louder than any words ever could. Action isn't about waiting for motivation, it's about discipline. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline keeps you moving even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when you're tired, making that phone call when you're nervous, or putting in the work when no one's watching. Discipline turns actions into habits, and habits create success. If you want to make things happen, you have to act now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready now. Action creates momentum, and momentum keeps you going. The more you do, the easier it becomes. Push yourself to take that first step, then the next, and the next. Before you know it, you'll be miles ahead of where you started. The road to success is paved with challenges, and some of them will hurt. You'll face setbacks, disappointments, and moments of doubt. But here's the truth, pain is temporary. It might last for a moment, an hour, or even a season. But it won't last forever. Progress, on the other hand, is permanent. Every step forward, no matter how small, moves you closer to where you want to be. Pain is a sign that you're growing. It means you're stepping out of your comfort zone and pushing your limits. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when you stretch yourself. Think about athletes training for a competition. Their muscles ache, their lungs burn, and their bodies feel like giving up. But they push through because they know the pain is temporary and the rewards are worth it. When you're in the middle of a struggle, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But instead of focusing on the pain, focus on the progress. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to get stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Pain teaches you lessons that success never could. It shows you what you're made of and prepares you for even bigger victories. Pain also gives you perspective. When you've worked hard and overcome obstacles, you appreciate the rewards even more. Success that comes easy is often taken for granted. But when you fought for it, every milestone feels like a victory. The pain you endure along the way makes the journey meaningful and the destination worthwhile. It's important to remember that pain is temporary, quitting is permanent. When you quit, you rob yourself of the chance to see what you're capable of. You'll never know how close you were to a breakthrough if you stop now. The struggle is part of the process, and the process is what makes you stronger. Every time you push through the pain, you're proving to yourself that you can handle anything. Pain is also a teacher. It shows you your weaknesses so you can work on them. It reveals what's important to you because you wouldn't feel pain if it didn't matter. Instead of running from pain, embrace it. Let it fuel your determination and remind you why you started in the first place. Pain isn't the enemy, it's part of the journey. Progress is worth the pain. The temporary discomfort you feel now will pale in comparison to the pride and satisfaction you'll feel when you reach your goals. Keep your eyes on the bigger picture. The pain will fade, but the progress you make will last a lifetime. You can have the biggest dreams and the most detailed plans, but without discipline, they'll remain just that, dreams and plans. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It's the daily grind, the sacrifices, and the choices you make when no one else is watching. Discipline is what turns potential into progress. Discipline isn't glamorous, but it's powerful. It's waking up early to work on your goals when your bed feels too comfortable. It's saying no to distractions even when they're tempting. It's sticking to your routine even when you don't feel like it. Discipline isn't about how you feel in the moment. It's about staying committed to what you said you'd do. The thing about discipline is that it's not something you're born with, it's something you build. Every time you make a decision that aligns with your goals, you strengthen your discipline. It's like a muscle that gets stronger with use. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes to stay consistent even when challenges arise. There will be days when discipline feels like a grind, but that's where your character is built. It's in those moments when you push through the resistance that you prove to yourself what you're capable of. Discipline isn't just about achieving goals. It's about becoming the kind of person who can achieve them. It shapes your mindset and strengthens your resolve. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Too often, people get stuck because they're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect opportunity. The truth is, perfection doesn't exist. If you're waiting for everything to be flawless, you'll never start. Success isn't about perfection, it's about making progress one step at a time. When you focus on progress, you permit yourself to make mistakes. Mistakes aren't failures, they're lessons. They show you what works and what doesn't, and they push you to grow. Every successful person has made countless mistakes along the way, but they didn't let those mistakes stop them. They used them as stepping stones to keep moving forward. Progress requires action, even if it's small. Every little step you take adds up over time. It's easy to overlook small wins, but those wins are what builds momentum. Celebrate every milestone, no matter how small, because it's proof that you're moving in the right direction. Momentum is powerful, and it all starts with taking that first step. Perfectionism can be paralyzing. It can make you feel like you're never good enough or that your efforts don't matter. But when you shift your focus to progress, you free yourself from that pressure. You realize that it's okay to be a work in progress. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to keep improving and moving forward. Focusing on progress doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means being patient with yourself and trusting the process. It means understanding that growth takes time and that every step, no matter how small, is a step forward. Progress is about persistence and resilience, not perfection. Progress also builds confidence. When you see how far you've come, it motivates you to keep going. It shows you that you're capable of overcoming challenges and achieving your goals. Progress is a reminder that you don't have to have it all figured out, you just have to keep moving forward. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your dreams on a silver platter. If you want something, you have to go out and get it. Taking ownership of your journey means accepting that your life is your responsibility. It's not up to your circumstances, your past, or anyone else. It's up to you. Taking ownership starts with your mindset. You have to believe that you have the power to change your life. If you're constantly blaming other people or external factors, you're giving away your power. Blame is easy, but it doesn't solve anything. Ownership, on the other hand, puts the control back in your hands. It empowers you to take action. When you take ownership, you stop waiting for permission. You stop looking for validation from others. You realize that you don't need anyone's approval to chase your dreams. Your journey is yours and no one else has to understand it. You have to be willing to take risks, make decisions, and trust yourself even when others doubt you. Ownership also means holding yourself accountable. It means being honest with yourself about what's working and what isn't. It means taking responsibility for your actions, your choices, and your results. Accountability isn't always easy, but it's necessary. You can't fix what you won't face, and you can't grow if you're not willing to own your mistakes. Taking ownership doesn't mean you have to do everything alone. It's okay to ask for help, seek guidance, or lean on others when you need to. But at the end of the day, the effort has to come from you. No one else can want it for you, and no one else can do the work for you. Your journey is yours to navigate. Life will always throw challenges your way, but it's how you respond to those challenges that define your success. Obstacles aren't roadblocks, they're opportunities in disguise. They test your determination, your creativity, and your resilience. Instead of seeing them as reasons to quit, see them as stepping stones to something greater. Obstacles force you to think differently. They make you reevaluate your approach and come up with solutions you wouldn't have considered otherwise. When something stands in your way, it's a chance to innovate and adapt. The greatest breakthroughs often come from the toughest challenges. Obstacles push you out of your comfort zone and into a space where growth happens. Every obstacle carries a lesson, but you have to be willing to learn it. When you face setbacks, don't just ask, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Challenges teach you patience, perseverance, and problem-solving skills. They prepare you for the bigger opportunities that lie ahead. The lessons you gain from overcoming obstacles are just as valuable as the success itself. Obstacles also reveal your strength. You don't truly know how strong you are until you're forced to face adversity. Every time you overcome a challenge, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. That strength builds confidence, and that confidence fuels your determination to keep going, no matter what comes your way. When you shift your mindset, you start to see obstacles as part of the process. They're not there to stop you, they're there to refine you. Every successful person has faced obstacles, but they didn't let those obstacles define them. They used them as opportunities to grow, improve, and rise above. Your challenges are not the end of the road, they're just a bend in the journey. The ability to turn obstacles into opportunities is a skill you can develop. It starts with your perspective. When something goes wrong, don't dwell on the problem, focus on the solution. Don't let fear or frustration hold you back. Instead, channel that energy into finding a way forward. Every obstacle you overcome brings you one step closer to making it happen. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey of continuous growth. If you want to achieve great things, you have to commit to lifelong learning. The world is constantly changing, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. Learning isn't just about gaining knowledge, it's about staying curious, staying adaptable, and staying ahead. Lifelong learning starts with humility. You have to be willing to admit that you don't know everything. Pride and ego can be the biggest barriers to growth. When you let go of the need to always be right, you open yourself up to new ideas, perspectives, and opportunities. Learning is a sign of strength, not weakness. Learning doesn't always happen in a classroom. Some of the greatest lessons come from life itself. Every experience, every mistake, and every interaction has something to teach you if you're paying attention. You can learn from mentors, books, podcasts, and even the people you least expect. The key is to always be looking for ways to grow. Lifelong learning also requires curiosity. It's about asking questions, seeking answers, and exploring new possibilities. When you're curious, you stay engaged with the world around you. You're not afraid to try new things or step into the unknown. Curiosity keeps your mind sharp and your perspective fresh, and it fuels your desire to keep improving. In today's fast world, staying stagnant is not an option. The skills and knowledge that got you here may not enough to get you where you want to go. Lifelong learning ensures that you stay relevant, adaptable, and ready for whatever challenges come your way. It's not just about keeping up, it's about staying ahead. Learning also builds confidence. The more you know, the more equipped you are to handle challenges and seize opportunities. When you invest in your growth, you're investing in your future. Every new skill you learn, every book you read, and every lesson you absorb brings you closer to your goals. The commitment to lifelong learning isn't just about achieving success, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. When you're constantly learning, you're constantly growing. You're not just working toward a goal, you're evolving into the person you need to be to achieve it. Growth is a lifelong journey, and learning is the key. Your mind is one of the most powerful tools you have. What you believe you can achieve. That's why it's so important to visualize your success every single day. When you see it in your mind, you start to believe it in your heart. And when you believe it, you act on it. Visualization is about turning your dreams into a reality you can feel and see before it even happens. Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's about creating a clear, vivid picture of what you want and holding on to it with focus and intention. See yourself achieving your goals. Picture the details, the sights, the sounds, the emotions. The more real it feels in your mind, the more real it becomes in your actions. Your mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, so use that to your advantage. When you visualize your success, you're programming your brain to find ways to make it happen. Your mind starts to look for opportunities, solutions, and actions that align with your vision. It's like planting a seed and nurturing it until it grows. Visualization helps you stay focused and motivated even when the journey gets tough. Making visualization a daily habit keeps your goals at the forefront of your mind. It reminds you why you're working so hard and what you're working toward. It keeps you aligned with your purpose and your passion. Every time you visualize your success, you're strengthening your commitment to making it a reality. Visualization isn't just about the end goal, it's about the process too. See yourself put in the work, overcoming challenges and staying consistent. Visualize the steps you need to take and the person you need to become. Success is a journey, and visualization helps you embrace every part of it. Your vision is your roadmap. The clearer it is, the easier it is to follow. When you visualize your success every day, you're reminding yourself that it's not just a dream, it's a destination you're working toward. With every action you take, you're bringing that vision closer to reality. You've got one life, and it's up to you to make it count. Nobody else can do the work for you. Push yourself, fight for your dreams, make it happen. The only person standing in your way is you. Now get out there and own it.